loud for silent reading next door, huh? So, today, our goals on the board, you should get the goal down. All right, it's Thursday, August 15th. We're going to look at how strong readers use small details and their notebooks to grow big ideas. Now, you guys, many of you read The Tiger Rising in grade 4. You had that earlier unit. You remember that? Yeah? So you did the same thing, and you focused on it a lot in that Tiger Rising unit. So I have my anchor charts from that unit up here. Right? So how we grow ideas about character. So today you can take a look at this. It should remind you of what you did in that unit, and then questions we've asked ourselves already. So for example, this one stuck out to me. It says, pay attention to a character's desires and how they are achieved. Right, so we asked ourselves the same questions, right? We put what they want. What does a character want? And the problem, obstacles. Right, so remember this is Rob, and this is Sistine. And these are the Norton and Billy Threemonger. Remember those guys on the bus? Right. Notice anything about a character that the author repeats and asks why. Right. So you thought before, like, why does the author always talk about Sistine's clothes or dress? Why is that repeated? Well, authors, when they write a book, they spend a lot of time doing it, so often everything is intentional. Right? There's a reason the dress is repeated, or there's a reason in here, there's a reason why the author says that Lupe has an empty shelf in her bedroom. There's a reason she says that in the beginning. Right? Last class we talked about something like this. How do new actions fit or change those ideas? Right? So we said things like Lupe is very successful academically. And then we read some more, and we said she's also very competitive. And then we talked about how she's complicated. We said she's very kind. Right? And we talked to ourselves, we said that sometimes people who are really good at things aren't so nice. Right? Do you know someone who's really good at something and isn't nice about it? I'm sure you do. I do. I remember when I was little, a friend of mine was really good at baseball. Right? And if you struck out, if you made a mistake, he would just tell you, you're not as good as me. You're terrible. You should quit. Go play soccer. You're not good enough for baseball. Right? Because he was really good at baseball. Right? So being really competitive and really good at something and being kind, right, is not something we see all the time. And we chose to focus on that with Lupe. Okay? So, without further ado, we're going to get into our conclusion. I hope you have some tissues because you may cry. Serious.
Really?
Only one person cried last class. I'm not going to tell you who it is, who he is. So we ended the last class where Lupe she wins and she's real nice to the people she defeats, and they become part of her following. So everybody's following Lupe, right? But her next competitor, she's got a baseball cap on. She looks dead serious, and won't even look at Lupe. Okay? So here we go. I don't know, Dad. She looks tough. Rachel hugged Lupe and said, "Go get her." "You can do it," her father encouraged. "Just think of the marbles, not the girl, and let your thumb do the work." The other girl broke first and earned 1 marble. She missed her next shot, and Lupe, one eye closed, her thumb quivering with energy, blasted 2 marbles out of the circle, but missed her next shot. Her opponent earned 2 more before missing. She stamped her foot and said, "Shoot!" That's shoot, not a curse word. Shoot. Shoot. The score was 3-2 in favor of Miss Baseball Cap. The referee stopped the game. "Back up, please give them room," he shouted. Onlookers gathered too tightly around the players. All right, so in your head, you should be imagining, the 2 of them down there playing marbles and everyone else trying to look and see what happens, right? Lupe earned 3 marbles and was set to get her 4th when a gust of wind blew dust in her eyes and she missed badly. Her opponent quickly scored 2 marbles, tying the game, and moved ahead 6-5 on a lucky shot. Then she missed. And Lupe, whose eyes felt scratchy when she blinked, relied on instinct and thumb muscle to score the tying point. Who knows what instinct is?
Like something that comes from your body unconsciously.
And what's the Korean word?
본능.
Right? Where are we at here? It was now 6-6. Only 3 marbles left. Lupe blew her nose and studied the angles. She dropped to one knee, steadied her hand, and shot so hard she cracked 2 marbles from the circle. She was the winner. "I did it," Lupe said under her breath. She rose from her knees, which hurt from bending all day, and hugged her father. He hugged her back and smiled. Everyone clapped, except Miss Baseball Cap, who made a face and stared at the ground. Lupe told her she was a great player, and they shook hands. A newspaper photographer took pictures of the 2 girls standing shoulder to shoulder, with Lupe holding the bigger trophy. Lupe then played the winner of the boys' division, and after a poor start, beat him 11-4. She blasted the marbles, shattering one into sparkling slivers of glass. Imagine that. Glass. All right? Her opponent looked glumly as Lupe did what she does best: win. The head referee and the president of the Fresno Marble Association stood with Lupe as she displayed her trophies for the newspaper photographer. Lupe shook hands with everyone, including a dog who had come over to see what the commotion was all about. That night, the family went out for pizza and set the 2 trophies on the table for everyone in the restaurant to see. People came up to congratulate Lupe, and she felt a little embarrassed. But her father said the trophies belonged there. Back home, in the privacy of her bedroom, she placed the trophies on her shelf. Remember the shelf that was empty in the beginning of the story? That's where she placed it, on the shelf, and was happy. She had always earned honors because of her brains. But winning in sports was a new experience. She thanked her tired thumb. "You did it, thumb. You made me a champion." As its reward, Lupe went to the bathroom, filled the bathroom sink with warm water, and let her thumb swim and splash as it pleased. Right? Good thumb. Then she climbed into bed and drifted into a hard-won sleep. The end. Okay. Good story? Any surprises? Okay, turn and talk for a minute. Tell the person next to you what you liked or didn't like about the end of the story. Turn and talk, 30 seconds.
I didn't get any tears.
Anybody want to share? Shihu, what did you hear in your group? And the guys around you, what did someone say? Can someone there help? What did you guys think? It's a good ending? Boring ending? You need tissues? It was boring. What makes it boring?
Just like the picture of it, but he didn't say any emotional scenes, I think.
So you think there wasn't much emotion?
Yeah.
Okay. Tom?
You know, kind of it's boring because it was too obvious.
Too obvious, right? What's the name of the story? The Marble Champ. Right? So, there was no point in the story where I felt Lupe might lose. Right? It's called the Marble Champ, not the Marble Loser. Right? Okay. So, for me, as I went through it, and I have some, when you get back to your tables, I'm going to come around and work at your table with you to show you my my notes that I may have taken during the story. But as we get to the end, I'm thinking big ideas. Okay, big ideas about character. And I think what we can all agree on is that she's super competitive. Super competitive. But also really nice. Because in this story, I saw examples of her being super competitive, and I'll show you in my notes what that looks like when I come to your table. And I also have examples of her being really nice. Right? And for me, I think these two things don't come in a package. You're not automatically nice if you're really competitive. Often it's the other way. You're really competitive, and you'll do anything to win, even if it means putting someone else down. Right? But through the story, I can learn that, wait a minute, not everybody who's really good at something is mean. Right? Or steps on other people to get what they want. Right? So that's the big idea. When I come to your table, I'm going to show you, I got all these notebook examples. Okay, my camera doesn't work up here, so that's why I can't show you. But I got all these things to show you at your table on what goes in your notebook and how it can help you arrive at some bigger ideas. Okay, now I'm going to let you go back. Just to give you a heads up, tomorrow we're going to be reflecting. And to do that, you're going to need an up-to-date reading log. Okay, so take some time today. Make sure your reading log is up to date. Make sure that you've been keeping track of the minutes, the number of pages, and the books you've been reading. Because you're going to use that in a reflection tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll also be doing a short on-demand, where you'll have another story, a shorter story. You're going to read it, and you'll answer some questions about the characters. Okay, like we've been practicing in class. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll also have time to work on your Who Am I as a Reader posters. Okay, so we'll have time to get them done. And then that will conclude our first week unit, right? This is unit, I've been calling it unit 0.5. Right? So when you see, I'll share some stuff with you. You'll see unit 0.5. Okay, unit 1 will start next week. Writing narratives. Okay, so you guys can tell me a story. I can't wait to read it. Because they're going to be good, right? You going to make me cry? Make me laugh? Maybe. Okay. So I want you all to work at your desks today, because I'm going to sit at the groups of 4 and share some material with you. Okay? Head back. Good luck. Farewell.